The Diamond of David is safely delivered to a secure location, but the adventure does not end there. A few days after returning to Jerusalem, the friends receive a message from a mysterious informant. It turns out that there is a connection between the lost diamond and 7 tombs belonging to ancient kings of Israel. Each tomb contains a fragment of a secret code that can activate an ancient machine, the Wheel of David. The wheel has the power to bring peace and prosperity, but it can also lead to catastrophic consequences if it falls into the wrong hands. Our heroes embark on an archaeological expedition to the Mount of Olives. They begin by discovering the first tomb, where they learn about the tragedy of King Solomon and the need to separate the fragments of the cipher. They then visit the tombs of Absalom, Herod the Great, and King David, collecting pieces of the puzzle along the way. However, their journey is not without its challenges. The artifacts are protected by magical barriers, and a sudden invasion by fanatical vandals threatens the success of their mission. In the climactic scene, the group falls into a deadly trap, but they are rescued by timely reinforcements. Together with their friends, they decide to collect all 7 pieces of the cipher and prevent the misuse of the machine's power. They must uncover the final tomb, belonging to Moses himself, and complete their mission. The 7 tombs are open. The fragments of the cipher are connected, but the ancient mechanisms refuse to cooperate. Victory is near, but the path ahead is unpredictable and full of danger. Only by working together can the heroes prevent the destruction of the world and escape the unrelenting punishment of the gods. Waking up early in the morning, Roger and Giovanni realize that the final stage of their quest lies in finding the missing piece of the puzzle, hidden deep within the heart of Jerusalem. This time, the obstacles are not physical, but political and religious. Their expedition passes through abandoned dungeons, dangerous gorges and canals. Every step leaves an imprint on the soul, exposing inner anxiety and pain. Meanwhile, fatigue and lack of resources put them in doubt, putting at risk the loss of the chances of a successful completion of the enterprise. Finally, the heroes reach the last point of the route, the Tomb of Moses. Instead of the long-awaited key, they discover deadly security systems installed by the previous owners, activated by artificial demons. The mechanism drives them away, forcing them to run at full speed, risking their lives. However, the resistance continues. Constant harassment, false accusations, and unjustified aggression force the heroes to seek support from the oldest order of the Guardians of Jerusalem. The Allies provide valuable clues and a resource base, allowing the team to survive and progress further. The final act of the story takes place in the city's main square. Massive pillars are supported by the protective forces of the believers, who are trying to close the entrance to the machine's control system. In the midst of the battle, the heroes overcome physical exhaustion and a moral crisis, proving to the world that friendship and faith are stronger than any obstacle. Eventually, they manage to obtain the final fragment, triggering the activation process of the device. The Wheel of David comes to life, displaying a remarkable power and beauty that has never been seen before. The announcers voice what happens next. Will the machine be restored, or will humanity lose it forever? To be continued.